I always love it when the live starts and you catch an afterthought and it catches it just in time before I put on that little musical intro. Anyways,
It did, didn't it?
yeah, we do have something to talk about, and we'll talk about when we get there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Functioning Chat with Kettle Kitchen. Today, my guest is Michelle from Big Valley Living. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
How are you and JJ doing?
Pretty good. Just enjoying the last day of cool weather before we get into real California summer sunshine.
California dreaming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But,
I get it.
the solar's going great guns, so there's that.
That's good.
And JJ got me a solar dryer for my clothes. So
Oh,
I've been getting a lot of really good upper body exercise actually from that.
you know, those solar dryers had a tendency to keep our moms fit, didn't it?
I know. You think about before Rhonda says I'm black screen. I see I am black screen. What up? I have a camera on. Want me to go out and
I
come
see
back
you.
in? I know.
Hold
I
on,
see
let me see.
here.
Let me see what it's doing on my side.
Okay. Thank you, Rhonda.
Because you on mine, you're just fine.
And I even combed my hair and brushed my teeth this morning.
Well, that's always a plus. We're glad you did that. Yeah, you're black screen. Nope, there you are.
Now I'm here.
I see you.
Hey, that's weird.
That is weird. Okay, thank you, bud.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I'm getting snacks. I have a handful of pretzels to eat.
Saw that. Got some mustard there for those bad boys?
No.
Too spicy.
Anyway.
So I was thinking they did their clothes by hand, right? They needed the bread because you didn't just run up to the store for bread. All the dishes pretty much were by hand until the 60s probably.
Right.
Everything, hanging the clothes. And I was like, even the quote unquote heavier women back then probably still today would be considered pretty physically fit.
Well, and I mean, and then
diabetes.
Up to a certain point, they had to hand wash their clothes.
Yeah.
They were the ones that went out and got the wood for their stoves so that they could run it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were superheroes.
Yes. So I want to say hi to everybody in chat. So we'll go through and do that.
Okay.
Craig Sr., thank you for coming in. Big Valley Living, thank you for coming in. Dark Lord Minute. Joe, fix it for you. Be careful, guys. They got storms. So Mimi's Dishes, thank you for coming in. Got Kettle Kitchen guys in here. Rena LaRue, thank you for coming in. Suburban Hillbilly, Rebecca, thank you for coming in. And there we go. That's everybody. So thank you for coming in, everybody. Well, and Rebecca even said this too. They were also giving birth too.
That's true.
Yes.
That is very true.
Making the
grandma
clothes.
had 9 kids. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't imagine the chaos.
Yeah, I'm okay with not living the way they used to. I'm just here.
Oh, that's funny.
Let alone, I don't think I could handle childbirth. I just want to make that point very, very clear to everybody.
Buck up. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you call me a snowflake all you want to. I would never want to go. Okay. Anyways, so it's warm here. It's like 75, very humid degrees here.
Did you have storms? More storms?
No, but it looks like it's getting ready to.
Okay. Well, we are sunshiny and breezy and mid 80s today. And no storms in sight, no rain in sight. But The ugly 90s are on their way.
Right.
So, could be
Well,
at 100 by Friday.
Grammy Jan, thank you for coming in.
Hey, Grammy
Rena LaRue brings up another valid point. Your kids were not changing their clothes 3 and 4 times a day. They were wearing those clothes for 3-4 days because washing got done on specific days, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Jamie's Country Living, thank you for coming in. Wild Nature Farm, thank you for coming in. Okay, before we go into that anymore, I do want to apologize to quite a few people. And it was something that was discussed last month when we did Father's Day cancellation. We did the Mother's Day's cancellation. Then I canceled the Father's Day's cancellation, and strategically placed in between both of those days. My daughter's birthday was before Father's Day. Then there was Father's Day, and then my son's birthday was the week after. So it just, sorry, Sunday functioning chat's not been active, but it's because we had things going on. So
it's been a busy month, and it's flown by. At least for us, it's like, whoa, what happened to June?
Yeah, it's gone. Our treasured home, thank you for coming in.
Jamming up June has been fun. Lots of neat.
Oh, the recipes coming out from that. Okay, so I need to talk to you guys about that one. Okay. There's a channel that's putting out a video tomorrow. Said channel is new to collaborations. Said channel is going to do something a lot of people are not going to think fits into this category. Okay. I gave her a lot of leeway to let her get used to collaborations. She had an idea, and I told her, go ahead and go with it. Okay. She is making pesto sauce. Okay. Now, most people would say, you know, that's not a jam or a jelly or a marmalade or yada, yada, yada. I could keep going. But I think the way she's going to do it, if she does it the way I think she's going to do it, it correlates to it. So that's why I gave her the freedom to do that one. Okay. So I don't want everybody all up in an uproar because it doesn't fit. I gave her the okay to do it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys let me know, and we'll see how it goes.
I love a good homemade pesto. She's not canning it though.
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah.
No. I think it's like
a pesto. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, and Rena LaRue's right. Preserved fruit, it works. So
exactly.
It is what it is. So I'm allowing her to do that. Me and Blue talked about it, so we're all good with that. I have been very happy with the different recipes we've been seeing out. That's been nice.
A huge range. I mean, just amazing. And it's been very, very fun. I love seeing what everybody comes up with.
Yep.
We've added several jellies. That's good.
Yes. Wild Nature Farm says, all righty, anything homemade is great.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. You know what I love about homemade pesto is you can put as much or as little garlic in it as you want.
Yes.
And I didn't realize how, I mean, you can use any nut or any herb too. It doesn't always have to be basil pesto. So, well, it'll be fun to watch. So,
the only other hiccup I can think of right now, we had another one, but it is what it is. We moved on past it. 4 Jars was supposed to put a video out yesterday and they didn't. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Mike and they're not in the office, so I can't call them. So tomorrow I'm going to call and find out what's going on. So, yes, it can. Rhonda, you are correct. Doing the first video and first collab together can make you very nervous. Very nervous. That's from your own inhibitions as well as not sure how the others are. How do they interact with each other? You know, that just do it. We've all been saying this for months. Just do it. When it's out there, you'll feel better. You got it out there. Okay, what can I learn from what I did do? That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we all get up in our own heads a little bit more than we need to.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. I just recently did that. I'm like, dude, knock it off. Just, on Think Media says, turn it on, turn the camera on.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
I think all of us at some point go through a mode or emotion that we're like, you need to check yourself, and I'm talking to myself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a song called Jumper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sing it or anything because I'm not a good singer, but I wish she would. I wish she would step back from that ledge, my friend.
There you go. Yep.
And I play that very loudly when I start to go there. So,
Dark Lord Minute. I went and revised that this morning. I hope all of the videos that are there are correct. Ladies Farm didn't put theirs out in the beginning, and then Four Jars Lid didn't put theirs out yesterday. I don't know the reason, but all the other ones should be there. If you find that they're not, just email me and I'll look at it and try to figure out what's going on. Jamie's Country Living. Yes, you are correct. A lot of people are. I'll speak from my own experience. I'll just put it that way. One of the things that held me back from putting content out was because I can't stand to hear my own voice. Okay. That's an up here thing is what that is. Because somebody made a comment to me that made so much sense I could never get away from it. It may sound odd to you, but it's the same voice we hear all the time. There's nothing different, nothing new when you're on video. And once I got past that, then it didn't seem like it bothered me as much as it did before because I didn't look at it from that way.
And now are you used to hearing yourself when you edit?
Yeah. Now it doesn't bug me. Now I'm okay with it.
It took me a while, because what you sound like in here is totally different. Although
Yes.
I guess my voice is exactly like my mom's. So hearing my mom, for years and years and years, obviously that's what I sound like. So it makes it a little easier to swallow at that point.
I hope I don't sound like my mom. Nothing against my mom.
That
I don't.
be a little odd. We wouldn't want that. But if your mom has a voice, I've got a deep voice.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I got a hello, sir, on the phone, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
No, I'm not a boy.
Yeah. Thank you. Wrong color. Okay. So Rebecca says, just remember, most people are very nice, which they are. Majority of the people you will run into are very nice, but there are ... everywhere you go. You're going to have a possibility of that. The furthest you can stretch yourself away from those people, the better off you and your channel are going to be.
And you have the right to delete comments that you don't think are appropriate. You don't have to respond to everybody. Sometimes you want to, sometimes you really want to, but I think that it's just best to walk away. And if they persist, you can ban them. I don't have this issue, at least not yet, but you can ban people from ever commenting on your videos, can't you?
Yes, I believe so.
Put baby in the corner forever.
Yep. You don't put baby in the corner, but there's sometimes baby's baby needs to be babied in the corner.
Yeah.
Wild Nature Farm says that they're hoping to start making videos when she gets moved into the new little house. They're moving the farm on to the next generation. So they're relocating.
That's neat.
So that is cool. Everybody's saying watch out for the storms. I do want to take this moment to publicly make an announcement, and I'm sure you will join me in doing said announcement. Happy birthday, Ginger.
Happy birthday, Ginger. We love you. I talked to you last night and I didn't say anything because I thought it was Friday. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's heck to get old. It's just heck to get old.
Yeah. Anyways, I really shouldn't be eating and talking at the same time. It's my channel habit though, and Suburban Hillbilly and Purring Lady and Prepping for Heaven all want to know what and Dark Lord Minute. They all want to know what I'm eating for the night. So
if I would have had time, I was gonna make some more brownies. So those darn chocolate chip cookies that you were eating last week.
Yeah. Yes.
put me into a tailspin. And on Father's Day, my niece, a lot of our in-town family came over for dinner. My niece made brownies, fresh brownies. So I'm standing in the kitchen helping JJ make dinner, and there's brownies in the oven. So she left one for each of us. I wanted her to take them on out of here. But then the next day, I bought 2 boxes of brownie mix, made one. As I made it, I'm like, I forgot the nuts. And JJ goes, that's why you bought 2 boxes.
Yep.
So I think that the walnut laden brownies will be tonight. In honor of Ginger's birthday. How about that? And Isaiah.
What is this, Joey?
I saw that.
This is one I love. I love this comment right here. I have a face for radio and a voice for newsprint.
That's funny. You have the wit of a superstar, though. I'll tell you that.
Yes, you do. I agree. I will agree with Natasha, though. When you get a lot of trolls, it means your channel's growing. That's a good thing. Trying to see what else. I think I need a new mouse because my mouse is having an issue, and every time I move, it goes da-dink, da-don't, da-dink, da-don't, da-dink, da-don't. Ah!
You're wireless?
Sorry. No.
Tony. No. Tony.
Sorry.
Love
I worry too much about my gadgets in my kitchen, about not to worry about my gadgets or my computer.
Hey, that looks like a really good recipe too. That you ended up making, those stuffed quesadillas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, those were so good.
They look like it.
So a little secret to that.
Yeah.
Tonight for dinner, we're making nacho stuffed quesadillas.
Oh, wow. We watched it and I thought, because you were saying, you have people who weren't so much into peppers and stuff.
Right.
And the first thing that came to my mind, because you could do anything with that recipe. It was so versatile. Yep. And I was thinking fajita stuffed quesadillas with the peppers and either chicken or meat. Yeah.
So the thought process we got into, we actually talked about this last night when we decided we were going to do the nacho stuffed quesadillas tonight. I'm trying to catch up with the chat there. Oh, hello, Brenda. Thank you for joining us. Christine, Mrs. Gilm Farms. I'm going to put my email up, and Christine, will you please send me an email with your email? Okay. I need your email for something, please. Anyway, so it goes back to the versatility comment that you made. We were talking, you could take bacon or sausage and potatoes and eggs and put that in the quesadilla. You could take Italian meatballs. You could do stuffed macaroni in it. You could do spaghetti. You could do tons of different things with it.
You're being called the Taco Bell man.
Wow.
That's funny. No, but I like this too. Suburban Hillbilly is saying, with the quesadilla, she thought guacamole and salsa would be good on top.
Which we did do afterwards, but I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want people to think you had to do it that way. We just did it that plain because it goes back. I did it that way, and the way I did the video for just what you said. The versatility is left open. You can change, ramp up, vamp up, modify however you want those because you're going to get a different flavor each time. So. I will agree with Wild Nature Farm, though. I don't want to know how to make actual cheesecake because I will be a lot bigger than I am. So I don't need to do that.
There are enough steps in that where it's a special occasion dessert.
Yes.
I am a boxed brownie kind of gal. Okay. First of all, we don't eat dessert that much.
Right.
I like savory foods a little more, or fresh fruit.
Well, it's odd when I hear you talk about making a dessert because I don't see you guys eating a lot of dessert. So it's odd to hear you say it.
Yeah, we really don't. And then this year, we planted 13 raspberry plants, and we planted a thornless blackberry 2 years ago. They are going crazy.
Oh, awesome.
You can go out and pick fresh fruit every single day. So it's sort of like we have dessert all day long.
Right.
That totally works for me. It's healthier.
Teresa Jukiewicz, thank you for joining us.
So, jar it up July.
Uh-huh.
Can you shed some light on it for maybe people who are kind of newer? I'm curious.
Well, I don't know if my light will come that far over, but will that work?
Wah, wah.
All right. So Jar It Up July is coming up in July. That's being sponsored by myself and Blue from Blue's Self-Reliance. That one is, what can you put in a jar? More or less, that's what it is. Dehydrated meals in a jar.
Okay, cool. Dry
soup in a jar. Yeah. Dehydrated fruits. You can do, people store their food product in it. And it's not, we don't want everybody to go out and start putting their oil and gasoline inside of their jars, but what
we have a couple of those in the shop.
But I mean, it will allow the guys on the channels to also put some, well, here's what my husband does with it, or we use it for this, or it's whatever you can do in a jar. Now,
never bring the turpentine jar back into the kitchen, please, gentlemen.
Yes, exactly. Joey in a jar, we're trying to stay away from, Dark Lord Minute. Thank you. But we didn't want to make it all about food because there are other things, not canning. We didn't want to make it all about canning, but we wanted it to use your head when you're putting those videos out about what you're saying and what you're doing with it is all we're asking. Okay. But like Blue brought up when we talked about it, she's the one that originated this coming up collaboration. Was there's meals in it, there's tons of meals in a jar recipes, desserts in a jar, soups in a jar, dehydrated packaging, long-term storage of things, and we don't get a chance to really highlight those things all the time. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean if you wanted to highlight a jam, jelly, preserve, conserve, any of those things, that's up to you. You are more than welcome to do that. Okay. But that's not what we're ultimately looking for. We're trying to make it an expansive list of different things people do with their mason-like jars.
Yeah, it was a big deal about maybe a couple of years before COVID. Our whole refrigerator at work was just loaded with people's salads in a jar because that was just a big thing right then.
Right.
And they're actually really good and very handy. I love taking my salads in a jar. So, yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. And do you guys remember when it was a big deal if somebody made you like the layered ingredients for chocolate chip cookies or snickerdoodles? And they
brownies.
I never was able to make it super pretty, in the jar.
It takes some time to do that.
Yeah, it's an art form.
See you later, Brenda. Yeah. That's another thing.
In the RV. No, thank you. Yeah, she's got to go get that taken care of.
Yeah. One of the other things somebody had asked about, what about if their kid does sand art in a jar? And I said, that's still doing something in a jar.
And that too, that's really, really cool. I've seen candles where they did that. They put the sand down below. Yep. Man, I'm really kind of dating myself now. I'm going back through the decade.
I used to love those, by the way.
Yeah, they were neat.
But like with Dale and Lisa, Nana, I think I seen Nana 9 Acres in here. Hi. I thought I seen you in here earlier.
For quite a while ago.
But they do their candles they make are done in mason jars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways, that being said, that will start July 1st. I'm finalizing all the information right now. I'm waiting for responses back, and we'll get that out as soon as I can. And I think Blue is doing the first one, day one. So we already have that one figured out.
Which is this Saturday.
Yes.
Oh my God. I really don't know what happened to June.
Anyway, hello, Hat Creek Homestead. One of the things I did want to talk about today was back months ago, we started the $5 pantry challenge. And it's been moved around and changed around, put on hold because things happen, life happens. Life's gotten really busy for a lot of us right now. But I would like to bring it back onto Sundays because I would still like to get back into that. The whole ultimate goal of it was that $4 or $5 a week for a year. Here's what we were able to put in our pantries. That was the ultimate goal. All of us did it a different way. I don't know if everybody's schedule still fits that or doesn't fit that or can be a part of that. But next Sunday, I'm going to either next Sunday or the Sunday after, I'll decide when I talk to everybody. I want to bring that back up, and I think I'm going to move it to Sundays. That way it gives most of the people an opportunity that's not too late, not too early. It's kind of in the middle of the day kind of thing. So, and then if those that can't, I get it, but I got to put it somewhere, and Thursday's too late, and Tuesday's my game night. So it really leaves Sunday as the only option for me.
Well, it's kind of where it started, isn't it?
Right.
It started on Friday night.
No, we started on Friday night.
But then when you started your Sunday, it kind of morphed over.
Right.
I'm so excited. I went up to get some marinara in a jar from the store today because we can't get any tomatoes yet.
What the heck is up with that?
I got a trusted brand. So,
okay, go ahead.
Anyway, they had skinless, boneless, or boneless, skinless chicken breasts at the store that we shop at for meat, usually, for $1.97 a pound.
What?
Guess who's making canned chicken? We made a taco meat chicken from Jenny Goff's channel.
Right.
Amazing, right. Everybody. Amazing. If you jar meat, go make that recipe. It's so good. Anyway, good. I want to do, I think I might parboil it a little bit because I don't want all the crumblies all over for ugly chicken. Mm-hmm. But if time runs out, I'm thinking it's like 8 or 9 pounds. And I believe that is a perfect canner load. They say between 8 and 10, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be the first time we do it. And then we'll have shelf-stable kitchen at today's prices. But man, awesome. I haven't seen chicken breasts under $2 here for probably 10 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Grammy Tan, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Suburban Hillbilly. And they, of course, they limited it to 2 packages. Mm-hmm. So I searched through the whole pile and got the 2 with the most poundage. So
I think I would find myself having JJ and myself alternate going back into the store a couple times.
Well, JJ, it's one of those deals where you have to clip the coupon in your app. So JJ would have to sign up for the thing. It might be worth it. Seriously, he can use his phone number for it. But yeah, at that price, it's almost worth it. Or if you have a friend who's not stocking up and they have that, exactly. Can I use your phone number, please?
Or nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, children. I've got a niece
who doesn't live in town anymore. Thanks for that, my dear.
Anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and move it over to Sunday.
Good.
And whoever can show up. I don't know what else to do, and I know I don't want to let people down because it was a thing that we wanted to do for that reason. So, yeah. Hat Creek says that's where having 10 kids come in handy, and they all have phones, and each kid can help buy the chicken.
Exactly. No, I'm seriously going to call the niece that doesn't
I would
anymore and say, go clip that coupon, please.
Yes.
There's jelly.
Hello, Angela. You're never late, as always. And Rena LaRue, we're talking about moving the $5 pantry challenge to Sunday functioning chat.
I think it goes along with what we talk about on Sundays anyway.
Yeah, it does. And I'm not even positive. I'll look it up. I'm not even positive what week we're at, but I really
maybe we could just start over.
I think we need to just start over and make it easier on everybody.
Yeah.
I think that
Reset,
is not
reset
a
at the
bad
beginning
idea.
of July, right?
Yep.
That would work.
Yep. And we'll do it once a month again, like we've done. That way it gives you time to build it up, especially if you only get paid once a month. It allows somebody still to be involved, which is exactly what the point was, is different situations, different ways of pantry filling, different ways of buying items. We're hoping that we get everybody theoretically pretty close to one of the ways one of us do it works for somebody. So
It looks like we've got folks in the chat who agree with starting over, and
yeah,
Angela's going to try and do it with us.
there you go. That would be
I like
wonderful.
that idea. Angela's
Yeah.
pretty thrifty too.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
I think that'll be good. I think that's a good move for us to do it that way and just start over, let everybody regroup and try to figure things out. So
You kind of get a better idea of how you want to do it too. I mean,
right.
It'll be
well,
nice.
and I would even go to the extent that if you have a pantry that's half full, I would just start reusing those items for your weekly progress in a month. That way you're not having to go out and spend more money if you already got it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's a great idea, actually. So, and it looks like you said, people in chat agree with it as well. I haven't seen anybody say no, so I assume that that's.
Heck no, I'm gonna unsubscribe and I'm out of here, man.
Okay, sorry. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
I'm sitting.
Go ahead.
So I was sitting there this morning and I was looking through, trying to make sure I got everybody lined up for the playlist for Jam It Up June. And I went in and looked, and first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that is a part of my channel, including yourself, young lady. I just hit 1290.
Oh, wow. Nice. I hit 806 and I'm having a heart attack. I'm so excited.
Yes, that's great.
And congratulations. That is you're almost at 1300 then, right?
Yes. Yes.
If I could do the math right. No. Hat Creek Homestead is asking, I like that because I don't think they were here at the beginning of the $5. Yeah.
And for that specific reason, there are channels in here that were not here when we did this and started it. X, Y, and Z channels, whichever those end up being, will come on once a month and we'll give you a breakdown of what we've spent $5 a week for the month previous to build our pantry. Now, your pantry, at least from the definition I remember I utilized, it's everything inclusive of where you store food, whether that's a normal kitchen cupboard, whether that's a spice rack, your refrigerator, your freezers, your long-term storage, your short-term storage, dehydrating, freeze drying, all of that stuff inclusive to your pantry being refilled. Then we'll come back and show everybody, okay, so over this month, we had 5 weeks, we spent $25. What did we get for that $25? Okay. The goal is to show people that in a year's time, you theoretically could build an inexpensive pantry from the ground up and have food storage if you're not currently in that mode, or you're having a struggle getting started, or you're not quite sure what to do or what's important, what's not important. Because the benefit we had was that Big Valley Living, 9 Acre Family Farm, Not for Nothing Homestead, Blue Self-Reliance, and myself, and Tiffany Mascara, and we had a couple other channels that joined us when we first started it, but they're no longer around. They're around, but they're not within this group anymore. We all had a different approach almost to how we did our pantry, okay? And how we rebuilt it, how we spent the money, how we went about getting it. And it was so many different angles, and all of us got paid differently too. There were some that get paid once a week, some are every other week, some only once a month. So we did it that way ultimately so that it would expand the possibilities for people wanting to know how to do a pantry, how do other people's do it, and allow everybody the ability to do it at $5 a week. That's only theoretically $20 a month.
Mhm.
So, can you use the items that are in your $5 pantry? Yes, you can. That's
That's the
your
idea.
choice. That's the point behind it.
And I think one of the big things was too, don't just buy something because it's on sale. Buy food that or pantry. We were even talking about like toilet paper
Right.
and medicines and
Yep.
anything that you may want to have extra. But only buy what you're going to use and what you like. There's no point in buying Hamburger Helper if you know that there's really not a chance in heck that you're ever going to use it.
Well, yeah.
So
One of the biggest
don't ever
things
buy
that
that. It's expensive.
well, yeah. Well, it's processed food. Processed food has a tendency to not be good for you. Number one. Number two, it does get expensive. But don't. And I see people commenting they get paid once a month. That's why we opened it up the way we do. Myself as well as another channel, we only get paid once a month. So
Mhm.
we go out and buy ours all at one time. We take $20 and that's dedicated to just pantry stocking items. Now, we also use those items through how we go. Okay. I just try, me personally, I don't know about the other channels that do it. We replace what we use so that we're not losing what is in that pantry, because the whole point is to build it up. But in reality, for a lot of people, that's a choice we make. A reality for a lot of people, they don't have the extra to do it. So if you use it, then that should go on your list to rebuild your pantry with X, Y, and Z. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. So,
And depending on where you live and what your grocery stores are like, our grocery stores tend to go in cycles.
yes.
We're getting low on mayonnaise. Oh my gosh, you can't believe the price of mayonnaise. But you're getting low on mayo, and so we know that there's going to be a sale about every 3 months where it's at least $1
Right.
a jar cheaper. And in
Right.
fact, just last week, my niece and I went to the grocery store at the same time. We went together, and we
Right.
both needed mayonnaise for our pantries. So by getting two, we saved a couple bucks. So get a friend or a neighbor too in on this pantry challenge, because you might be able to help each other help yourselves.
Okay, so I want to address a couple things. I do want to say hi to Janet Homestead, where you are. Seeing her pop in, but there was a couple things that got brought up. This is a primary theme within our group. Your garden is part of your pantry because it's you putting food up for your family to use at some point, whether it's current or somewhere down the road. Okay. That's why using the freezer, using canned items, using fresh, using the refrigerator, using a dehydrator or a freeze dryer or both, those are all part of what works in your pantry. So that was the reason why the definition of pantry for this group was so wide, because it's inclusive of everything you do to put food in your house. That's the point behind it. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I seen this. It does not have to be based around a meal. It's just like what Michelle said. Some of us, at some points through what we had already done, were getting medicinal items, whether it was Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, bandages, tape, shampoo, toothpaste, deodorants. It's whatever you include in your pantry, and only you as the person knows what that is. Okay. I do have to bring up another comment because it's something we had talked about before, but I want to reiterate this, and I'm really hoping nobody has this situation, but I want to throw it out there. There was one lady, and I hope you remember what I'm talking about, so you can agree that this was the case or not. We had a lady that wanted to join in and do this, but her husband would not allow her to put excess money out for pantry storage. Okay. So I'm not here to get in the middle of anybody's business. That's their business. That's their issue. But what I would recommend is, sorry,
That's
it's
okay.
our CO2 alarm just got knocked off. So it's going crazy.
I have to go get the door. That's funny that you're getting that. I gotta
go ahead.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry.
You're fine. Anyway, so what I told her was, and sorry for the obnoxious screaming. I would just for now. I'll fix it after we're done. We're gonna just take the batteries out for this second. What I told her was to add it to her list of grocery items, and it's not for the pantry, even though she knew it was for the pantry. Does that make sense? There's ways around it, ways to do it, and you can do it, and you can be involved. I just throwing that out there because I had thought about it. Dark Lord Minute, yes, it's whatever you want to stock your pantry with. And this is something too. This is another part that plays into the whole picture. You might be a seasonal shopper. You might buy things that are based off what time of year it is, and that's why it's open to you to figure out what's going in your pantry. It's not for us to tell you what goes in your pantry. For us specifically, we didn't want it to be in a grocery haul kind of theme. It was, what did you take for your $20 and what did you get? Okay. Most grocery hauls are spending $500, $1,000, $1,500. I've seen some grocery hauls as high as $5,000. I'm here to tell you I ain't got $5,000 to spend on a pantry thing, nor do most people. So, Jamie, I agree with this. We stock it and we use what we knew, and then we replace it when we can. That's just kind of the way it goes. It's meant to be a working process. It's not meant to be buy it, store it, and don't touch it for 3-4 years. That's not what it's intended for. So, I would say to this question, if it's part of what you put in your pantry, again, whether you're using a freezer, a freeze dryer, dehydrator, cupboard, shelf, whatever it is, those things would count. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Some things can't be avoided.
No, I get it. And this is another valid point that goes with that. 9 Acre Family Farm stocks theirs from the pigs they raise so they don't have to buy the meat, but that allows them to buy other things they can't make at home. So
I see. I like Dark Lord Minute here. Buying one for now, one for later.
Yeah.
That's kind of our style. And then we have things we like too, like spices, certain spices.
Yes.
Costco has a mesquite barbecue rub seasoning. Sweet mesquite is what it's called. And they don't sell it in the stores anymore. So you kind of have to get it when you can. And boy, I'll tell you what, we will stock the heck up on that.
Right. This, I'm going to come back to Suburban Hillbillies, but this I want to point out, and it goes with what I just said. Yep. When you do a pantry, it's not meant to be shoved in a cupboard for 3 years and never touch it. A pantry should be a working process that you're ever changing, and it's an ever evolving process.
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new. Make sure it's on a rotation. Make sure you know what your dates and things like that. Because if you don't, you're going to be spending money for nothing. Eventually, is what's going to happen.
I go into our dry pantry where we keep all kinds of stuff. Canned goods, goods that we canned ourselves, dry beans, toilet paper, everything. It goes in this little tiny pantry.
Right.
But we go through it once every 2 or 3 months, and we pull things out that are going to expire, especially like any canned soups or anything like that you kind of randomly have for recipes.
Right.
And pasta mixes, anything like that. Pull it out, and it goes up into the dining room cupboard where we have some food. And then we base at least 2 meals a week off of what's coming close to being no good.
Right.
And we've saved a lot of money by implementing that. And we just started doing that about 6 months ago when the pantry challenge kind of came about. We're like, we can't have all this old stuff sitting here. We might not have liked it, and we got 2 for 1, but we're going to, by golly, eat it and never buy it again.
But another thing that goes with it, and it kind of falls into this comment, which you also did state in the beginning: only stock what you'll and can what you'll eat, because there's no point to do it. But I will throw this out there that kind of goes along with that: don't live in a box.
Yeah, expand your horizons.
We do a lot of the jams and jellies we have don't go on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They go into desserts. They go into sauces. We use them for glazes. We'll use them as a homemade barbecue sauce base. There's different things you can do with the items you have. But again, I would firmly stand behind. Don't buy something you're not willing to eat, period. You know,
Right.
if you don't like Vienna sausages, I don't care what you do to them, you're not going to doctor them up enough to where you would eat them. Okay.
I can't. I just cannot.
Okay. I'm the same way. That's why I picked them, because I can't stand them.
I'm stuck on the canned ham, thinking, well, maybe sort of, but it's like Spam, you know, it's got that jelly stuff in it. Gotta get more water.
Hey, don't be knocking my Spam, chick.
Well, I'm not saying. My brother fried Spam for me one time, and it was amazing. I just don't see myself frying Spam.
You're a great host, and I'm going to let you host for me because I have to go to the bathroom. I can't hold it. So please carry on for a few minutes.
All right, guys. Okay, be nice about Tony. I don't want to see any mean comments. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm looking in the comments here, you guys. I'm going to go through those because I'm sorry about, we've got a lot of stuff going on around here today. I can't put anything up. Let's see. Dark Lord says that way you have 2 or 3 jars of sauce on the shelf in case something happens and you can't go to the store. That is very, very true. You know, and you just might find that you're party time. You just might find that, you know, having extra on hand is always good. I feel that way. We had pasta on sale here a few days ago, so went and picked up a few extra boxes so that we had it. I'm checking your guys' comments. Okay, so the budget preppers, they do more seasonal shopping. We tend to do that as well. I will take advantage of any fruits that are on sale, or if you're really lucky, you know, some people will get like a whole box of blueberries gifted to them or something like that. And that's just a gift from heaven, man. Do whatever you can with it. Freeze it, can it, both, whatever, dehydrate. I heard Tony as I was coming back talking about freeze drying. And we got a freeze dryer about 3 months ago. And I have found that some things are way better dehydrated. Fruits, especially high sugar items, are way better dehydrated because it takes forever and a day to put them through the freeze dryer if you have a home freeze dryer. Oh, Mimi's Dishes. Okay, Rhonda. Can ham. Rinse it before you use it, and you like to use it for a casserole. What a great idea.
The other thing you can do with it too is just like she's saying, rinse it. You could dice it up and put it into scrambled eggs too, or an omelet.
Well, you know, no, that's giving me a thought about the freeze dryer. JJ and I were talking about, just like we're ingredient canners, we're kind of ingredient freeze dryers so that we can take a bunch of stuff and throw it together.
Yeah.
We did sour cream, and we did a lot of it. And I have not successfully rehydrated it yet. My idea was throwing everything for like an onion soup mix or any kind of dip, maybe a ranch dip or something, put it all into a bag, scoop it out, and rehydrate it. And boom, you have a dip.
Right.
So much.
I wanted to show you something. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, you suck. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Wow. Are there walnuts in that?
No, but that would make them better. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. I'm the only one here that likes oatmeal raisin cookies.
I love oatmeal raisin cookies.
Ooh, you can't go wrong. And the more raisins. So when I make chocolate chip cookies, I back off of the chocolate chips because I think there's just too many in there. And when I make oatmeal raisin cookies, it's like, how many can I throw in there before they don't hold together? Because I want more and more raisins in there.
Right.
I have to
So,
answer a question from Rhonda. It's not done yet. I don't know, and I am waiting with bated breath to see how it turns out. I'm
oh,
freeze drying the rest of the cheesecake I made for the June's Dairy Month 23,
hmm
and I'm kind of scared, but I'm excited at the same time. So it has nuts in it, and so I don't know quite how they're. I guess they don't change their consistency, and if that's the case, it's going to be perfect.
Oh, look at this one.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dark Lord. Pour a little powdered milk into the sour cream.
hmm
I was actually thinking about even using fresh half and half.
Mm.
Oh, Janet. When will it be
Yeah,
ready? We're coming. I'll bring the coffee.
I definitely will. Yes.
Sounds good.
I think she's talking about me.
I think she is right. It's true.
So I have a recipe in my videos. I did it a while ago, and we did it. I think it was last Christmas or the Christmas before. Everything but the kitchen sink cookie.
I did see that one. And there was a lot of
Raisins,
stuff in there.
nuts, chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, butterscotch chips, coconut. You remember what else we put in that? There was a main cookie base. So you have brown sugar, vanilla, flour, all that stuff. That turned out good. I like those. Those were really good.
Yeah, they did have a lot of stuff in them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger, there was, and they don't make them anymore. I don't even remember the brand, but they made these oatmeal chocolate chip. Wait, yeah, coconut oatmeal chocolate chip cookies,
Oh, that
and they
sounds
were
good.
real crispy. And
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, they were so good. And I'm really sorry. I have to go get the door again. This is something JJ's working on a project. I'll be right back. I will be right back.
Fine. So, hello, Danny, Wicked Awesome Gardening. Happy birthday. We had already said it, but I just wanted to throw that out there. She's listening while she's driving. I do. No, you can lean over all you want to, Xander. It's not going to happen. Back to the pantry thing. I think this is something that most of us do, except for your dairy products or things you have to get more often. It seems like a lot of people buy once a month or twice a month. I did hear somebody, we were in a conversation last week, and they go every 2 months and go shopping. So, but you have to admit that's huge amount of food that they're buying at one time. Oh, I'll be sure to tell her when she pops back in. We use that actually. I make mine own. Same. I'm assuming very close to your recipe because I have seen yours. We use ours for. We do a Yule log. It's with chocolate, and then we'll put the jam in that on that, and then we'll put the cream in it, and then we roll it up, and then drizzle that over the top. Really good. And yes, it is good for a Black Forest cake too, which Rena LaRue had said right there. Did it get muggy in here all of a sudden?
Yeah, I got turned the AC back.
Oh, okay. Our EC got turned off for a few minutes, so it got warm. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead to my point earlier. If I had a 5K to spend on groceries, I would shop twice a year, only get dairy and produce weekly. That would be a dream. I agree with that, but I don't know how anybody. No, I shouldn't say it. I guess people have the money. I don't have $5,000 to spend on just groceries alone each month. So, excuse me. So, for some of you that are in chat, you will be receiving an invite for not well, it's not an invite because you guys had to say that you were interested. I'll be sending out notifications. I'm hoping by tomorrow. Excuse me, on Jarred Up July, and those will go out. I need people to check their emails to make sure that they're still in, like they said they are going to. Hi, we're just talking. I'm just recapping the Jarred Up July thing before we head off because we're into less than 5 minutes. I didn't even think we'd been here that long until you stepped out and I looked up. I was like, wow, that went fast.
Time really is going by quickly today.
Yes. Anyway, so look for those. Again, the Jam It Up June, there's a live giveaway that's going to happen on the 2nd. You have a live giveaway coming up on Monday.
Tomorrow yes. At 2 o'clock my time. We're setting it up right now. Oh my gosh. We have got the coolest Pampered Chef prizes ever. So if you guys haven't gone and made a nice comment, we just finalized the gifts yesterday. And it's pretty exciting. We even have a grand prize.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's my first drawing, so.
Well, you've done a drawing for your milestones, though, haven't you?
DJ did it, but he'll be working.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah, it's going to be interesting. Never thought about the fact that I was going to be off that day and he wasn't. So, oh,
well. It's just like content. You got to do it. Sooner or later, just do it.
Exactly. It's going to be, you guys, it is going to be so much fun. Because Joey and Ginger sent me their list of prizes, and I just got a shipment on Friday myself from Pampered Chef. And so it's like, ooh, this is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rhonda. The cookies were made by Keebler's. I just want to find a copycat recipe, quite frankly. And just, I love coconut. I'm actually kind of disappointed that coconut oil doesn't taste like coconut when it's been refined.
Yeah, it tastes nothing like it, does it?
No, but I was so excited when I first bought some, and then I made cookies with it. I'm like, I don't taste the coconut. Where'd it go?
See, and I'm different because I do not like coconut unless it's in a cookie, in an Almond Joy or a Mound.
Oh.
Or toasted for a cake. Other than that, I don't like coconut.
That's a lot of ways to like coconut for not liking coconut.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's the flavor, I think, that is enhanced with the coconut is why I like it, or I don't mind it, or whichever.
And I'm that person who will take a tablespoon from the bag and eat it. I love coconut.
But that's sweetened coconut usually. Do you get the unsweetened or the sweetened?
Either one. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
When I was younger, my mom would buy me coconuts and I'd pop it open with a hammer and go to town.
There you go.
So,
Jamie's Country Living says, I want to thank you, host, for inviting me to the awesome collaborations.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, you joined, you put out a video and people loved it. So, that's the point. So,
yeah.
Oh, and then because I just seen Hat Creek put this up, we're going to move the $5 pantry challenge to Sundays. I'm going to confer with my peeps and figure out if we are going to start it this week or next week. We're going to start all over, make it easier on everybody. If they have items already in the house, part of that they get to reuse because we're trying to make it less of an impact. If everybody wants to join us, you are more than welcome to. That's in chat. Just send me an email with a picture of what you've gotten for that amount of time that we do it from. We'll announce that when we restart it and all that. So, again, happy birthday to Ginger.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Somebody else had a birthday in here.
And Danny, Wicked Awesome Gardening.
Okay, happy birthday.
Yep. And Isaiah had a birthday yesterday.
Happy
Ginger's
birthday,
twins
Isaiah.
had a birthday yesterday.
Go watch his Wicked Awesome short.
He's loving
on a scooter.
Guess what? He's a happy camper. He got his GoPro working, so now he's gonna have actual in-action videos on. So yeah,
Oh, that's cool. He is really talented, though. I was like,
yeah.
oh my goodness, I was very impressed. So tell him
They
that.
didn't do it this year. Last year they did a competition for our local town days,
Mhm.
and it's open to all age groups. I think from 7 or 8 up to teenagers. He took second place out of the
Dude,
15 that joined.
that
Yeah.
is really good. That's impressive. It really is.
Yes. Yes. Rhonda, I will let him know. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Jamie. I didn't realize yours was the 11th. Our daughter's is on the 11th too.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun.
It has. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
I
having
think
me.
everybody that's over in chat land, we appreciate you. Thank you, everybody that has been modding. We also appreciate you guys.
And don't forget
And
your game night this week.
don't forget what?
Your game night.
Yes, game night. We're on week number 2 of the challenge, the channel tournament is what we're calling it. I don't have it in front of me, or I'd tell you who's up. Go look at the description box from last week. I think I might have put that up there. If not, I'm going to be doing the thumbnail and all that tonight, so it gets out there so everybody knows. So, and thank you, Rena. Make sure you thumbs up before you leave, and you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific.
Yes.